The secret of happiness is low expectation. Expectation is believing that something is going to happen or believing that something should be certain way. When you take a man's body, it is sophisticated mechanism. It is a wonderfully structured and the highest in the evolutionary process of nature, as we know. If you take knowledge wise also, man's knowledge is a treasure of unlimited potential. Human knowledge has progressed steadily over the million of years man has been living on this planet. Advancement of scientific technology has been an integral part of our life, and then it shows our resourcefulness and cultural development. Isn't it? This is the time for us to apply our intellectual eminence to plan for obtaining the desired results and fullest happiness? Yes. And also, especially, we may do so by helping others to find fulfillment. As for Maharishi, imaginary expectations are the result of unchecked ego. Ego manifests itself in two physic moods. One is aggression and possessiveness. Greed for power is aggression, and greed for wealth is possessiveness. Potentially, the sixth sense is a natural force to expand our knowledge. It aims towards the goal of enlightenment of consciousness. When the knowledge of man does not get the opportunity to develop in the right direction towards the goal, it gets diverted from that goal to the material world. Improper development of knowledge results in the manifestation of aggressive and possessive mood. Unless the ego is checked by introspection and diverted correctly towards awareness and discipline, these moods will go on building up through imprints, reflection, and habits. We easily fall prey to our own habits. It makes us feel that our actions are justified, even though they are sometimes sinful. So, as for our sky yoga practice, we should be always keep our inner eyes open and do only creative, beneficial, and moral deeds. Imaginary expectation indicates greed, inefficiency, undeveloped intellect, and ignorance of the providence of nature. Almost all imaginary expectation leads to worry, sorrow, depression, and conflict with others. When we look around us, we see the majority of people are given to imaginary expectations. They want others to give them something, behave in a certain way, do certain things. The list is endless. In fact, everyone wants to control the lives of everyone else. We can see so many examples in our day-to-day life. I would like to share my childhood expectation here. During my childhood, I used to go to cycle to school by bicycle only. I used to enjoy my cycling, but I need to cross one main road which used to be a over traffic. It is around 10 minutes of ride. I have to come across many people every day. Most of the days, I reach home and with the upset mind and mood out and show all my disappointment to my mother only. He didn't the hand signal, someone riding their vehicle on the wrong route, the lady walking in the mid of the road without any regret. I have some reasons or the other every day. My mother is the only person who used to listen to all my complaints. My brothers will disappear from that place when I start once. It is not their fault actually, because it was my routine. I get upset by some people on the road every day. When I got that disappointment, I expected everyone. Why I got the disappointment? I expected everyone has to follow the rules. Is it my expectation was wrong? Not at all, but it is unrealistic. It was not in my hand to make everyone to follow the traffic rules. It is an imaginary expectation which has given me a disappointment. Now, yes, I've grown up. I'm a maths teacher. As a maths teacher, if I expect all my students to get sent, is it possible? Is it realistic? No, it is unrealistic. Everyone is unique. They have their own capacity. They can't go behind their capacity most of the time. Definitely, it will lead me to the disappointment. So, what I can do? So, I used to expect everyone has to reach their maximum potential. I will work for that. Still, if I didn't attain, I will not get disappointed. It is, I will do my duty and in the right direction. And that's how we can do it. We can do our duty in the right directions and move on. We forgot that everyone has his own right of thinking, desiring, acting, and living. It is only by one's one ego and habit that one imagines that he or she can control others. Is it really possible? Are we able to control the others? Answer is impossible. We can't control anyone's life. There is more than an ego in the world. Others have their quota of their commodity, their long list of items, and one cannot realistically expect them to renounce it all the time and in all aspects of life. This you can understand more better. We will try to understand this concept more better when the people go to the function of our relatives or the parties. Everyone will have their own expectations. Think a lady with a new dress, sari, and a necklace. She got it in as a gift, birthday gift. She expects her friends and relatives must say, "Ah, you are looking good. Where you bought? It matches you so nice." If anyone not talked about that, then she gets upset and thinking wrong about that person. Why she didn't talk about me, about my dress? So man goes with a different expectation. He expects the relatives come and invite him from the doorstep. They have to take care of him every time as he is the only person in the whole function. Most of us have an expectations. We have gotten importance in every place. Wherever we go, we need a first importance in that place. If we didn't get, we are upset with that. Even if one does not at times subdue his or her ego to the others, the humiliation of that experience can only breed hatred in the mind of the individual. And that could lead a desire for vengeance. So, what produce all such situation? Again, the answer is imaginary expectations. It can be clearly seen that the other side of the coin of imaginary expectation is disappointment. According to the law of nature, everything will happen with a cause or is the outcome of the cause. And being unaware of these facts leads to unwanted expectations and worries. Let us think why we should avoid imaginary expectation. Imaginary expectations are particular behavior induces one to interfere in others' activities and lives. In course of time, this becomes an oppression for the others. Conflict and hatred produced in their minds of closely related individuals. Think, form an imprint of curse. Such curses produced by the mental way of these oppressed individuals will naturally cause illness and accidents. This will occur according to the law of nature. I hope it must be understood that one should avoid imaginary expectation and therefore desist from interference in the others' lives and not expect benefits for oneself. No regrets, just lessons. No worries, just acceptance. No expectations, just gratitude. Here comes Maharishi gives us Karma Yoga, which is a benevolent path. Always be on the lookout for opportunities to help others to the greatest possible extent. That's why in twofold moral principle, we say, I in my life will not cause pain to others, either physically or mentally. To the possible extent, I will remove the pain of others. This policy of avoiding expectation and rendering help to others will make one feel well to do at all times. Let us examine ourselves how we practice this Karma Yoga as for Maharishi. Sit quietly for a while and think about yourself. Ask yourself these questions. What are you? Where are you in life? How do you assess yourself with respect to the following qualities? According to the age, physical health, strength, according to your working skills, education, power, wealth, and our surrounding influences. Plan your life with all the resources available to you and find out how you can best perform the 5 kinds of duties to self, family, relatives, society, and the world community. How can you best help others? Then start the benevolent path of life with the stock you already have. Remember that according to the law of nature, you will receive the appropriate result in time, quality and quantity for whatever you have done and are doing now. Do not expect anything from anyone, and your providence will not be jeopardized by others. Have faith and confidence in yourself. At the same time, in a spirit of duty, consciousness, and service, constantly help others in every possible way without any thought of favor for a favor. I used to see most of the time people used to say, this person helped me when I was in a need, so I'm helping them. It is not like the way. Whenever the people need help, we have to help them. Do that correct time help is a very, very important. Do everything from your own stock and derive satisfaction. Don't forget that truth exists and functions as consciousness in every person. When we render some help and make someone happy, we are indirectly worshipping and pleasing the Almighty. Try to use fully your potential and efficiency so we can expand our field of service. As for Maharishi, earning a living is very important in life. We shouldn't neglect our job or renounce it without any preparation. If our income is on the high side, put a limit on our personal savings. After the limit is reached, divert the entire surplus towards the helping others. When one earns, one should be conscious and be careful about our deeds. Take an example, bedbugs. How do they live? They feed on the blood of others, that is, others suffer so that they may live. But look at the honeybees. They extract nectar from flowers, and while doing so, they also help pollinate the plant world, which is beneficial to humans. The nectar they collect and process into honey becomes food for them as well as for man. We should not be a bedbug. We should be like a honeybee, being useful to others. We must do all our duties without any expectations. We should help others in all possible ways. I would like to end my speech by the famous phrase from Gita, do your duty without thinking about its result. Your time will teach you everything. Just don't forget to learn from it. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Thank you, and over to Sir.